have seen, the Rampage is considered to be annoying as heck to play against, especially in good hands. But, yeah, not going to see that here. Pebbles is going to be the first pick coming out for Stay Green. Obviously, a sound pick of theirs. Again, we talked about this, all the shout-outs that we also see from Stay Green with the family and friends and whatnot tuning in. So shout-out to all those friends and family that helped both of these teams. I'm sure there's on both sides as well. Back over to ex-tdM, though. Minot's going to think about their first couple of picks here. Again, $48,000 on the line, $32,000 for first place, $16,000 for the runner-up. Oh, there we go. Revenant coming out here, so here we go. Something different.
Yes.
I love Revenant, man.
Well, and not only that, we're seeing it picked up with an Infora, which means Revenant's not playing a supportive role.
Yeah.
He will be playing more of that carry, more of that impact role. This is getting interesting.
Yeah. That W of his, I'm blanking on the name, the Mortification, that can be decent for creep clearing as well, especially as you get higher level, especially the level 16 when you're bouncing it around to obviously all the targets as well. Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking at the scout pick again before they pick it up here. I would not be surprised at all to see it. They do have the option of scout. They do have the option of War Beast with a Keeper of the Forest first pick. I'm still looking at it. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But what were you on about there?
It's just Revenant in general, man. This creep clear potential with the Mortification, as well as just the presence of brings for minus magic armor. Obviously, synergy as well with the Essence Shroud being the minus armor, and then on top of the Invis and Defile, a great boost for that laning phase and throughout the game. I mean, this is a hero. He can dish out some mad damage, depending on his farmer core. So even without a decent farm, though, he can still put out some pretty good damage. Look at that. Legionnaire, the final pick for ex-tdM. So
I like it. I think Legionnaire is a great hero against the War Beast in general. The Wolves get shut down pretty easy. War Beast that has his Wolves destroyed early on cannot put out that much damage in a team fight, and, well, it does shut him down. Even through a Shrunken Head, he can still lay down the taunt.
We're going to see Demented Shaman here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
wait and see.
Later.
We'll wait and see. Well, no, I don't see why we can't talk about it.
I know. I just wanted to say
there's a good chance. I've heard about this recently. Obviously, Legionnaire, he is known for having the tendency to do what's called basically a creep skipping, where you pretty much go between towers and you tank the creep wave with heal support, such as Demented Shaman or Nymphora, and it can cause issues, to say the least, for the opposition. So I believe that's probably what was some kind of strategy we're looking to see here. But who knows? Maybe it could just simply be more of a Legionnaire jungle strategy. But I don't know. It's to me, it's lining up to be with Demented Shaman and Nymphora. It's something crafty's going on here. So we'll see how it plays out, though.
Here, I don't think they really want to go for Wild Soul War Beast. Too much right-click potential, not enough damage going on there if they go that route. So there's sort of it seems like. I mean, the Keeper Tempest is powerful, but they still need enough front-load damage. They might actually wind up fleshing it out with a solo Pharaoh. It's hard to say. I think they were smart when they picked up that DS Master of Arms. Threw a little bit of wrench into Stay Green's plans. But yeah, going to opt for the Keeper Tempest combo.
Yeah.
Immense team fight there. Have the War Beast with the right-click auto-attack damage and the Torture, hopefully to round things out. So
yeah.
And
with that said, too, obviously Swindel's very smart. I'm sure everyone, even on Stay Green, is very aware that it's a very possible scenario for that creep skipping strategy. So I'm very curious to see how Stay Green approaches the laning phase with that said, knowing that that could possibly happen here. Again, I'm not saying it's guaranteed by any means, and maybe we'll just be more of a jungle Legionnaire with some different lane setups, but we'll see. We'll see. We are loading in now. This is it. X-Trademark Esports. They're putting their hand here with this lineup. Legionnaire, Revenant, Demented Shaman, Nymphora, and Master of Arms. Not a lineup you would expect to see, but that's exactly what they're doing. We do see this is from the Black Legion skins here. You got the good old Legionnaire skin with
using the ultimate avatar
badass shield. Yeah.
Actually, I noticed he actually puts on some suit of armor as he picks up, what is it, the barbed armor or the plate mail?
I've never actually seen it personally, so I'm kind of curious.
I've seen some of the.
I know he got the shield because of the iron buckler.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that initially, but
I can keep an eye on it. So yeah, they're running all the way down 5 to the
fat
bottom of the lane here.
His skin is hilarious.
Oh, it's good.
He occasionally flies and he just starts like walking.
Oh man, he walks.
Yeah, he was just walking. There he goes. He's starting to walk. He's like rubs his forehead. Oh, I love this skin, man.
Slick shouting out his girlfriend Missy there. Can reinforce that for him right there.
There you go. All right, so they're trying to find somebody here on Stay Green, but Stay Green not actually going to show themselves.
Minot shouting out
The real deal.
The milk fat, yeah.
Oh, that was not milk fat. That was actually milk fat.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
Milk
Here we
fat
go.
is out of the spotlight.
This is what I was talking about. You got Legionnaire down
okay.
here. Dimension Shaman in 4 going to support him. So creep skip down here. You got Master of Arms. Looks like he's going to be middle. And that means Revenant, of course, going to the top lane. So several things on ex-tdM is going to be very interesting to watch. Obviously, this creep skip and then the Revenant farm, how he progresses. Who's playing the Revenant, by the way? It is Zai. Playing the Revenant. Noobg on the Master of Arms, of course. Keeper of the Forest, again, he's probably aware of the situation to an extent. That's why they decided to go it down here. And, well, here we go. Now they know for certain. So obviously what this does is it just puts a lot of pressure on this tower is basically what happens. And it puts a lot of pressure on the tower and also hurts your farm because of the tower doing all that damage. Makes it a lot more and you see Dimension Shaman right here, even throwing out the heal wave to kind of screw things up on Chessie. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this plays out, man.
Yeah, and the heal also will make it a lot easier to take down the tower. The double heal coming out from Nefora and Dimension Shaman. Just a great setup in general. And Keeper of the Forest can't really do too much about it.
You see Nefora right here. He's going to actually stack some of these camps for his Legionnaire teammates. So that's what makes this cool as well. Not only does he do the creep skipping, but he gets a couple of camps to work with nearby. Obviously, they did not ward of sight any of the camps. That would be silly and kind of counterproductive for what they're trying to accomplish here. As they take care of themselves.
This is the first game where I feel like Trademark has actually put Stay Green a little bit outside of their comfort zone.
That's what you got to do, man. I mean, of course. It's
oh, look at that heal bomb.
Yeah.
Chessie, he only has the runes of the blight stones, even, and no burst heal gonna be out, so he has to be careful not to get too whittled down here. And well, actually, is that a mana potion's coming out? Gonna try to keep spamming those animated trees in order to hold the wave off the tower.
Yeah.
It is doing a very effective job.
It is, yeah. It makes sense with this Keeper of the Forest to be down here, man. I mean,
yeah, I said he can do nothing about it, but actually looking at that with the creeps tugging away the creep wave, he's doing a lot about it.
There's very little damage on the tower so far, and that's already stopped a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, the whole not the whole purpose of this, but a big purpose is to push that tower very effectively early on, and Chessie is preventing that to an extent. So definitely props to him. But now this is where it's going to start getting difficult. You know, he is out of mana now. This is using those mana pushes that you're talking about, but damage definitely happening, and he has to play this so careful because you also need to start thinking about as Legionnaire gets these levels, you're going to be dove in the near future if you're not careful. So that's where Chessie will really need to be careful.
Well, now that Legionnaire hit level 4, I don't think he wants to deny the Demented Shaman too much farm. Limp is still having to play more of a secondary support here. He did go the Guardian Ring early on and actually taking out stacks in the jungle. That was actually really effectively done. Not only were they backlining, they were stacking the woods at the same time.
Yeah.
And Legionnaire clearing him out. He's already level 5, the highest level in the game.
Look at that farm, man. 500 plus gold per minute, 564.
It's 5 minutes,
That is
2.5 minutes into the game. He's level 5. Is he actually going to go to the woods now? Or are they actually just going to keep a dual lane here and modify it with a quick
just
start?
going to the illusion right there. All right, so yeah, okay, we'll keep an eye on that. But there are other lanes, Emperor, so let's actually just take a quick look here as far as what's going on. We do have the middle lane, of course, your Torturer Pebbles combination going up against Master of Arms. Noobg is currently 4-1, Pebbles 19-8. So Slicks, excuse me, having a great time there. Then there's a top lane. I was actually very curious to see Revenant in his build. He is leveling up that Mortification first. I'm a huge fan of that. I just think, you know, with that pushing presence, the creep clearing presence, as well as just the minus magic armor can be very effective.
For sure.
Granted, his team isn't a whole lot of magic damage, to be honest. So.
The other thing about it, though, is that it's a fire and forget kind of thing. Keeps that constant dot on him. When you actually cast Defile, you have to land in those auto attacks. Not the same for Mortification, and it just boosts the damage of all of your skills as well as your
It's great for creep farming as well.
Yeah, no, it's my opinion, usually the way to go.
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. The dive coming out here in the bottom lane. Chessie is going to get taunted here. No, he is going to be fine for now, so he is getting out of mana, though. Legionnaire, of course, level 6, so has that Decapitate ready to go. Keeper of the Forest, though, managing to hit level 5. Obviously, getting plenty of experience as a result of this, but does he have mana for Nature's Veil? It doesn't just yet. He needs that 60 mana, which he will have now. Here we go, another charge coming in right here. There's a Nature's Veil. He's going to keep charging, though. There's a taunt coming out. Will this be enough for the kill? Decapitate is up. There's a Yelsa. There's a Decapitate, and a Bloodlust kill coming out in favor of ex-Trademark Esports here, and it's going to be a tower kill. This strategy is working pretty awesome so far early on for ex-tdM.
2,000 early gold lead, and well, as the taunt said, first of many. Minot's playing this power up Legionnaire is going to be looking to claim many lives on Stay Green. We'll see how things play out from here.
700 gold permitted just about for
That's not it.
Legionnaire. I know we're early in the game, and, you know, sustaining that. Look at that. Helm of the Black Legion boots already picked up. Coming to 5 minutes here. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Master Bond's going to be picked off, though. We do see Pebbles barely getting away in time. Unfortunately, jumped to just a little late. Looking at the stats and whatnot. Warbeast also taking a lot of pressure. He'll barely survive himself. Going to activate the health potion as well as Revenant will have to fall back. So the other lane starting to pick up in action there.
Oh!
What's that?
Nothing. He just, yes, the mortification was trying to get a couple auto attacks. It wouldn't have been enough for the kill. Looked like he was trying to poke on him.
Yeah. So, again, though, Legionnaire actually just purchasing a Blood Chalice. That's going to be delivered to him. So, Demented Shaman, yeah, helping out the middle lane a little bit, but now he's back to supporting this Legionnaire.
I think. Oh, no, he has Invis up. I was going to say, I think Warbeast could actually potentially run him down with those wolves.
Yeah.
I only had 150 health for a little bit, but.
Ooh, he needs to be careful, though. Look at Tempest, yeah.
No, so no, actually, we didn't talk about it at the start, but he did go to the enemy woods and chose to farm up there, given the fact that they sort of took over the Hellborn jungle Legionnaire.
Yeah.
Well, actually, his GPM is not slowing down yet, up to 700 plus now.
Oh, no, the big Tempest ultimate pulling in Revenant says, you go Invis, I don't care. He takes him out right there. The Warbeast Hellhounds just barely enough damage on top of the damage from the ultimate. Gets the kill. So Zai thought he was going to be fine. Obviously wasn't in the end. Look at Legionnaire in the meantime at the bottom lane, though, going way beyond the tower. Again, he is pretty massive here early on in this game. He's going to go ahead and do some damage to these animated trees who are doing their best to just pull back the creep wave. But good kill coming up from Swinnemones right there.
Yeah, excellent. A little bit of a response now on the bottom lane. The Wolves are here. Keeper of the Force is here. Torture is here. Taking a look at ports. What else do we see? Pebbles, no port on him yet. Tempest, no port on him. Just going to try to apply pressure to this top tower. Maybe deal with Zai a bit.
Yeah. We do see flank here in the middle lane, right there. Legionnaire coming in. Pebbles falling back with those bottle charges. Legionnaire going to be taunting in right here. Will it be chucked back is the question. No, he tries to dodge the chain reactions, but he wasn't able to do so. Demented Shaman after the side falling back. But, of course, Legionnaire, he's also going to fall back with the Helm of the Black Legion and Mystic Vestments, just too damn tanky to do anything about him right now. And he's instead going to lead the way in terms of pushing this middle lane. Top lane, Revenant. Going to get flanked by Warbeast right here. I don't think he needs to worry too much about that unless Tempest comes over as well as a point for Pebbles. So now he definitely needs to worry. He did already invis right there with the Essence Shroud, but the dust comes out and Zai's in a lot of trouble right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away from this. Warbeast does have his ulti form. There we go, activates it, and Revenant will fall in the end. Zai going down, Swinnemelons again picking up credit for the kill. It's clear what State Green's focusing on here. They're focusing on locking down that Revenant. While Legionnaire's having that good time, they want to make sure not to have several heroes get out of hand here. So
sure, they're doing a very effective job at it. Legionnaire, his gold permit now tapering down a bit, down to 650 from 700. Slowing down hard, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, not trademark Stay Green, it should be able to take their first defense tower here in the top lane.
Some crazy stuff right here going on. Again, Legionnaire just kind of going between the jungle, the Ancients. We're focusing a lot of minus on the Legionnaire, of course, but got to give credit especially Fitzgame, man. I mean, he is just stacking the jungle constantly here for Legionnaire, and that's no doubt helped him big time. Swinnemel's pushing the top lane in the meantime. Revenant was here, just not able to deny the tower, though, so good news for Stay Green. And, well, Golden Experience overall is close to identical right here between these two teams, so something else to look at as far as how this game is going, and maybe this Legionnaire strategy isn't being the most effective, at least just yet. But again, I just want to really see how Legionnaire takes off with this much farm. I mean, middle lane, Torture going to be comboed someone right here. The fork landing on top of the charge shot. It looks like he's just going to be out of range, though. Demented Shaman trying to help out as much as he could, but good stun from Pebbles to save his teammate right there.
Yeah, I got to say, Sigreen has sort of dealt with the strategy pretty effectively so far. He did have an early snowball advantage, but ganking that Revenant twice, taking down the top tower, made up a lot of ground.
Yeah. So, I mean, look at the goal per minute chart, man. You got, of course, Legionnaire just skyrocketing up there, understandable. But look at the next top four, or really top three, are in favor of State Green. I guess Revenant is starting to jump up now quite a bit. He's nearing that 300 goal per minute mark, so maybe not as much. But State Green as a team, as usual, they are doing pretty well, and they do have a lot of push themselves. Tempest, Warbeast, and, of course, Keeper of the Forest. You got to figure that's going to start happening as well in the near future. So, still looking forward to Revenant and his impact for the matter. Look at that, the portal key,
the portal
man.
Key's right. Yeah, I was going to say that's his window here. He's not level 11 quite yet, but there's still there's not that many in in terms of squishy heroes, there's Torture and there's Tempest still, an overfarmed Legionnaire should be able to deal with.
Oh man, Revenant in some more
again.
trouble right here. The Hellhound's trying to block him off. Not going to happen though. In comes the turnaround chance. The mortification applied. There goes the charge shot. The Warbeast ulti form. It's going to barely be enough. It looks like he's not going to get ticked down. Will he actually get away is the question though. Yes, it's just a little bit too fast. He will be fine. Tempest, a big Tempest on the back counter for Swindemounts. Do they have the follow-up? Pebbles is running in. He can't get there in time now. Now Swindemounts, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Demented Shaman and in 4-point and defensive master's call. Could have been used on Master of Arms, but nothing more going to happen in the end as a result of all that. Oh, look at Legionnaire though. Legionnaire with an invis. He's coming in. I don't know if he's going to really get a target, however. Stay Green going to fall back as a team, so no deaths happening after all of that.
Almost big plays coming out from both sides.
Yeah.
Small windows of time being missed. Pebbles wasn't there in time for the Tempest ultimate. If he was, would have been huge plays. If Legionnaire was there a little bit sooner, if the response came a little bit sooner coming out from Hellbourne, could have done some counter kills as well. Although they are all at top lane now, minus the Master of Arms. He does have his Master's Call up in 25 seconds. I'm curious to see if they actually pressure this tower. They know Elemental Void is down.
In the meantime, you got Stay Green going for that middle tower here. Again, their push is immense themselves. Hell, there's even Torture on top of that. Forgot about him, who is leveling up that Impalement. Has the level 3 Impalement here. So Revenant is here, has that Mortification. Going to go ahead and use it on himself as well as his teammate right there on to Legionnaire. Legionnaire with the initiation and their top, but there's a Stalagmite stun coming out. Legionnaire decapitate. Oh, it did not get the kill on a Pebbles. He decapitated a little bit too early right there. Down goes Demented Shaman. Pebbles stays alive. Nym4 falls as well. Revenant and Legionnaire falling back. Chain reaction is going to miss right there. Oh, Legionnaire, the early decapitate did not get a kill. And Stay Green wins that fight pretty effectively.
Yeah, at a point like this, you sort of go with that strategy with Legionnaire all in, and he's not able to claim those kills. 4,000 gold now being brought up by Stay Green. The effectiveness of this backlining Legionnaire is going to greatly diminish from here. He snowballed at the start. His GPM is still ahead of the curve. Not level 11 yet, and they are getting more and more tanky here.
Yeah, I noticed him, Revenant put in the Mortification onto Legionnaire as he was jumping in right there. Oh, speaking of Legionnaire, ports it with Nym4, and Z-Freak is going to get picked off. Great steal right there. Great kill more so coming out from ex-tdM Esports. But back to my point of, it is kind of an awkward synergy. I mean, I know it still applies to the just magic damage in general, which is good, but he's not, Legionnaire unfortunately not able to take advantage of the minus magic armor because obviously he's all physical. So that's kind of unfortunate for him, but in the end, it is still some damage. And you see right here as a team, they're going to try to steal these triple stack Ancients, but Stay Green does not want to let that happen. They are ready to fight this, it looks like. Legionnaire going to start falling back right here, and Stay Green is going to be running in at full force here for the meantime. So nice attempt at stealing the triple stack Ancients, but I don't think it's going to happen. However, this is almost like a Kongor fight right here. Got the triple stack Ancients.
I think.
Yeah,
Trademark wants to do something about it, but I think they know they don't have the positioning. Z-Freak got that quick Word of Revelation off, took out the ward that Fitsky placed on the hill there, and it looks like they'll clean up these Ancient stacks without much further pressure. Mid-tower instead going to be the focus.
So you see the Ancients definitely going to drop in Stay Green's favor. Good for them, and overall the gold farm, nearly a 4,000 goldie now. Again, Legionnaire's farm, it's not nearly as intimidating and towering as it was early on in this game. I mean, it's still very impressive, 530 gold per minute, but you look at Stay Green, then next top 4 GPNs in this game all belong to Stay Green. So this is truly a carry effort here from Legionnaire. And again, that's why I was also curious I know Legionnaire has great mid-game carry potential, but was it going to really be enough? And I don't know, man.
Well, if they got a little bit, some of those fights went in Trademark's favor, it would have provided more gold to the entire team. They would have gotten more tower pushes off. Instead of being the ones getting killed, they would have had that, and there'd be more gold going around in general. So it wouldn't be as all in as it is right now.
Yeah. Very true. So Stay Green going to just take their time a little bit right here, kind of clean up their jungle somewhat. Again, this is game 3. Oh, and Nym4 reported the top lane with Legionnaire, but Warbeast actually ulti formed and ran away in time. Either he spotted it or he just heard the sound and wanted to jet on out of there. So, but again, this is game number 3 here in this best out of 5. 2-0 for Stay Green. This is it. If Stay Green wins this, they will be your HoN Tour champions for the season. So ex-tdM definitely playing with their backs against the wall right here in a sense. But they're doing some nifty strategies to try to take out Stay Green here in this game. And it's definitely an impressive start, but hell, we're only not even 15 minutes into this game, by the way. It feels like a lot longer than that, to be honest. But we're 14 and a half minutes in right now. That's pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah,
game right
here. Keeper of the Force and Tempest both in the bottom lane, going to apply some pressure. Legionnaire just hit level 11. He's actually dealing with some more beast illusions here in the woods, but otherwise no homecoming stone on him, so he can't get across the map.
Yeah. Yeah, Legionnaire with that with the ring mail purchase as well. I would assume that's going to be a Soul's Bulwark pickup for him. So we'll see him eventually get that most likely. But yeah, the Ancient's being stolen right here from Stay Green. Gonna hurt the resource side of things for ex-tdM Esports just a little bit more. Revenant back up to about that 300 GPM mark. He does have the one Arcana finish. Obviously needing the 2 more for the Hellflower. And could definitely be very powerful with that. Here we go with the middle push, though, coming out here for the Hellborn team. Pebbles does get the portal key. A lot of ports coming in. Portal key away from Legionnaire. Will it be enough for everyone to stay alive, though? It looks like it will. Oh, they do get the tower kill still as well. That's big, actually. Everyone from Stay Green just about here, and it actually drops in front of them. So
yeah,
that's good for ex-tdM for sure.
Yeah, good use of time. We've been focusing so much on this Legionnaire, I feel like
yeah.
a lot of the looking at the Revenant, it's like, yeah, we don't see this hero that often.
He's doing his thing, yeah.
He's doing his thing, just really hasn't gotten to have much of an impact this game due to the way some of the fights unfolded. I mean, they barely listened those. Oh.
Stop talking about it, man.
The caster's curse. The caster's curse.
We're sorry, Zai. Ooh, middle lane, though. This could get interesting. Actually, yes, they do jump. They do jump onto Warbeast, but the ulti form. You see the charge coming out. But it's not going to be enough. Root in the background. N4 is actually in a lot of trouble. Tempest running it as well. Tempest does have an ultimate to use, but here we go. The Master's Call going to be used on himself. The offensive one, that is. Demented Shaman not going to be so lucky, though. Down he goes. Legionnaire taunts in, actually. Wants some blood right here. But at what cost? Midas is going to fall. And Stay Green is in an awesome spot right now. They are possibly looking really good here. Well, they are looking really good here in game number 3. And again, they are on the verge, man, on the verge. Look at this great push here middle. Holy crap.
They have Warbeast, they've got Tempest, they've got Keeper of the Force. Not to mention Pebbles plus Torture have built-in tower pushing abilities as well, using that Chuck and the Impalement. So, oh my god. They're not going to keep going there. But still, just going to take out all the outer towers and... Well, it's from here on out, man. It seems like Trademark sort of failed to accomplish what they were going for with their strategy. So they've got to make something else happen here. Got to find a new way to make this game something they can return from.
Again, you look at the beginning of the game and you kind of think you figure you can approach what ex-tdM did one of 2 ways, really. The one way you try to deal with it face on. You send 3 heroes down there. You know, you make it kind of a trial lane and try to take them on that way. Or you do what Stay Green did here. You say, you know what, we have a hero like Keeper of the Force with those minions. At the very least, try to keep up the harassment and not keep the tower alive early on top of just having an escape mechanism with the Nature's Veil. Also very, very effective against that strategy. So they went with that, and clearly, that allowed them to win the other 2 lanes, both the top and the middle lane. And clearly that paid off big time for Stay Green. So got to give them all the credit in the world. And yeah, unfortunately for ex-tdM, we may not see this. Well, we definitely are seeing an awesome strategy here, but it's not going to may not unfold the way that they were hoping in the end. But at the same time, we are only 18 minutes in. It honestly, this seriously feels like, man, we're 30 minutes into this game or something. But
this game in general, that's why people are advancing pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Legionnaire's up there, but yeah, Stay Green, the items that they have too, it really does feel like we're at least half an hour in, but only 18 and a half minutes in right now. Again, all the better news for Stay Green, really, but ex-tdM Revenant is Hellflower on Revenant will be a massive item, so something you can't scoff at either.
It will. It's just I'm trying to figure out a little bit as to how Revenant was supposed to fit into the lineup. I do think he's a great hero. I think he's capable of putting out a lot of damage. Maybe the Mortification, it doesn't exactly have the best synergy with Whirling Blade, but the taunt, they are in melee range. It is a nice way to apply it. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what kind of impact it would have had things gone slightly different for ex-Trademark.
Right now, though, again, a nice tower kill at the top. A lot of ports coming in. There's a good seal stun, though, initially on the Slicks right there. I think he was looking to, obviously, portal key in, but got stopped. And, hey, just dwindling away. If you're ex-tdM, that's obviously a good thing to be doing here. And they're at least hoping for that. The lead isn't massive by any means. It's a 6,500 gold lead for Stay Green, 5,000 experience lead. So it's not like it's overwhelming. I mean, again, Revenant does have some solid carry potential, but
He does. I think it feels like it's more massive simply because of the distribution of gold is pretty evenly high. Almost 4 heroes, looking at 400 gold per minute for Stay Green. And in general, it's the way their team fights play out. It just it feels like it's a lot more massive than that. Yeah, still Trademark does look like they have a chance as well. But
yeah. I kind of feel like
read. Are they
going
to be able to jump him?
Keeping the force coming in right here. Keeping the force coming in. Oh, the portal key away from Legionnaire. Actually, but Pebbles will pick up NIM4 right off the bat. And this is Stay Green chasing down X. Trademark offensive master's calling him. Shaman trying to keep him alive. They have more portal key cooldowns. Another one in 3 seconds for Pebbles right here. Does he have the mana? That's a big question. Demented Shaman looks like he's going to be able to port out in time. And Master of Arms also going to be fine. So full retreat mode coming out right here for ex-tdM. And they are going to be successful with it for the most part. But this does mean they're most likely going to lose this tower here as well. And we'll see if Stay Green even keeps this going.
Yeah, so many minions getting that bonus damage, man. Towers are just like paper. Well, no sign of retreating just yet. Looking pretty confident here.
There we go, into the base. NIM4 obviously is up. She's only level 7, or he in this case, only level 7. So not the longest resurrection cooldown. Hellflower is getting close, man, but Zai is still a little bit of gold off. He needs that 3rd Arcana. Has, of course, the 2 in his inventory, so not going to have it just yet. Legionnaire just picking up farm in the meantime at the bottom, and he has 3,000 gold saved up, by the way. Also, he's still sitting on little red booties. I'm very curious about that. And I guess you look at his options. Ghost Marchers, or Plated Greaves even, maybe an option, but...
If he's trying to be offensive, Ghost Marchers would be a good
yeah.
bet, sure.
But not going either, just keeping the little red booties, and... maybe, I guess he's going for full demonic here. You got to wonder, though, is that an item that's really, intimidating in the face of Stay Green? Is that going to be a, oh, crap, he has demonic now? I don't think it is, unfortunately, for ex-tdM, so. But maybe we'll go something different, but we'll see. Revenant, though, again, I look back at the Hellfire. That's the item that is a little bit of a concern for Stay Green, if anything, but even so, they have ways to deal with it, of course.
Yeah, Warbeast, if he's going for that Shrunken Head route, very close. Also able to forward the Brutalizer, but we saw he picked it up the previous game. Not sure if he'll actually do that in this scenario. We'll find out in just a second here.
Keizu's been doing an awesome job of this, by the way. He's constantly has the Hellhounds in a completely different spot than where his hero is to farm. I mean, he's getting a really, really good split farm from what I can tell. And just doing a great job of microing those minions, so... Definitely shout out to Keizu for that. The top tower push is going to be stalled for now. Again, I do go back to, speaking of Revenant, he is good at that creep clearing with the Mortification on top of the healing wave. And, NIM4 doing her thing. NIM4, by the way, she is porting Revenant bottom lane. Oh, they want to take out Warbeast. Warbeast knows something up. He is in ulti form. The Minotaur actually stunning them right there as they got ported in. The Zeal's not going to hit Warbeast. Here comes the rest of Stay Green. Oh, disaster for ex-tdM. Down goes NIM4. Oh, the neutral Minotaur apparently playing for Stay Green right here, and actually doing work for them.
The
so
on their side.
Oh man, that's
Breaky. This is rough. You gotta be feeling the pressure if you're Trademark Esports. Stay Green is just really on top of their game. Not only that, they're fighting the Keeper Tempest combination. They've got the Warbeast on top of it. It's just there's a lot of things on their mind right now.
He does go Shrunken Head on Legionnaire, by the way. And, again, that itself is not really an intimidating item in the sense that I think, if anything, it's just simply to get out the root.
It'll help him out, but it's not going to, be
you have a Tempest ultimate, though. You have a Warbeast who doesn't really care too much about that. I mean, yeah, it's going to be obviously not his fault by any means. I'm not saying there's an obvious item that he should be going, just more so the presence.
Right, it's not like, oh, why not if you were to, buy this item.
Why aren't you going level 5 Codex?
You'd win the game for your team,
This game would be over, man. Yeah. Hype. 23.5 minutes in. Again, 2-0 Series A for Stay Green, on the verge of being the HoN Tour champions. Ex-tdM, though, busting out everything here, the secret strategies that they've been planning, trying to make it work and stay alive. It's been a very, very entertaining game, especially let alone a series. Stay Green, though, of course, having the better time. They are going to be going for Congo right now, and again, I don't see ex-tdM stopping this necessarily, even if they did know, which I don't even think they do.
Yeah, they may want to try to. They're probably going to try to break base as soon as they get the token as well.
I feel like Revenant should have that freaking Hellflower. Okay, there we go. I was about to say.
The caster's curse.
Yeah.
No.
There goes Kongor. Token picked up by Pebble. Nope, Warbeast, yeah. Token of life on Warbeast right there. So Sacrificial Stone on Swinnemelons, by the way, playing that Tempest. And here we go. This is, what better time than now for Stay Green. Make a push right here into the base. try to break through, really put ex-tdM on their heels right now. Legionnaire, I'm on him, man. It's going to be on him. When does he jump in with that portal key? He's got the plate of gears now, by the way. His shotgun is cooldown for 45 seconds, by the way. He will go in right here, but look at Warby starting to drop a little bit. Legionnaire puts a ton of plenty of armor, keeping the force dropping as well. The root gets off. The Tempest ultimate holding down Legionnaire. Legionnaire will fall. He doesn't have a buyback, and the base is going to start falling apart. Stay Green winning that fight. GG, well played. Stay Green are going to officially be your HoN Tour Season 1 champions. They will take home the $32,000 prize pool. Second place finish, obviously, for ex-tdM. Still big congratulations to them, but Stay Green deserving it in the end.
I didn't think it was possible. These matches, Breaky, they were even more decisive than the GSL victory that we saw. They marched into the HoN Tour Grand Finals here with full confidence. You know, they showcased that their success as of late was no fluke, finishing this season as the decisive victor.
Yeah. Wow. You know, unbelievable stuff right there for Stay Green, of course. Coming out from them. I mean, again, very deserving. As you said, I believe, according to your stats, I don't know how exact those are, but apparently 30-0 they are now when it comes to the gates. The new stats guy here, I guess. So, but even if it's anywhere around that 30-0, I mean, that's an insane.
Sure it's
and it's not like it's against, you know, some just random opponents. It's obviously against the best of the best, your TDMs, your Complexity, your Lions, and so on and so on. It truly is an impressive thing, and as I was kind of saying there during that cast as well, you are getting to a point when it comes to talking about competitive heroes and newer teams and who the best of the best are up there on the list. Obviously, there's plenty out there that come to mind, but you really got to start thinking Stay Green is probably one of the best teams.
Well,
if not the best team,
at least
you could argue
in the current phase of the metagame, it seems like they are the true champions. They have it figured out. Not dropping a single series in a while, and it was truly some of the most impressive synergy I've ever seen. I'm trying to think of the number of mistakes that were made. You say games are won and lost based on the mistakes alone, and I honestly can't think of any. I'm like going through the games, and it was like pretty much pure perfection in their approach. I really want to see Trademark take it to 5 games. I'm sure that they just know SG on this day is that much stronger. They can't be too upset over it. You know, hopefully they still stick together, make things work, and there's a lot more HoN to come, man. Yeah, again, obviously the whole sponsorship situation, it's going to be interesting to see where they go from there. But, you know, again, they still take home $16,000. They're still the runner-up. That's definitely a solid title there to have for HoN Tour, the long season that has been. But, again, Stay Green, they are your champions of HoN Tour, and they take home not only the $32,000 prize pool, which obviously is nice, but the title as well of HoN Tour champion is also got to be pretty cool. And again, I was also mentioning this at the GSL. When you think about it, obviously at the GSL they won $30,000 there for taking that tournament. They won $62,000 in the matter of a couple of weeks, really, when it comes to competitive heroes and newer. So clearly it's working out for them pretty damn well, I think it's safe to say here. So again, a big congratulations to Stay Green. I got this fun stuff right here. Oh, wow. Look at that, man. I mean, people are pretty decisive when it comes down to it. I've got to say, I can't say I disagree with that. I mean, I know personally, I think he's one of the best players on the scene. I actually said in a conversation, I think he is the best player, talking to some other people. His performance as of late has just been so crisp. I mean, you even saw him playing Zephyr there, switching his role from the jungle back into a carry position. Secondary support played by Swindle Melons. Well, how much didn't he have? Like 600, some obscene goal per minute that game. Yeah, just completely took over.
Man, you know, this is kind of an interesting pull because you also look at Zai actually finishing 5th place. He's the first TDM member or ex-tdM member to get up there. He obviously had a great series, you know, doing work for ex-tdM in the end. But again, Chessie. Very, very decisive, at least, you know, with a 10-man poll here. 31% of the votes going to Chessie, it looks like. Voted by you, the community at home. So, Chessie, there you go. The Fly Chessie. He is your HoN Tour Grand Finals MVP. So, big congratulations, especially to Chessie on top of obviously winning the title. So, it's going to be extra cool for him. We got, what's going on? Are we going to be doing something special here? Looking at me? Okay. Let's do that. All right. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we want to get a closing ceremony in here with having some fun with that. So stay tuned. There definitely is a little bit more to come, including Milkfat himself is actually going to be talking to you guys. Correct? Is that happening? Yeah. Okay. Going to be talking to you guys and letting you know maybe something that's coming up. So We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, we're going to have some fun, guys. So sit tight, guys. We will be back with the conclusion here to the cast of the HoN Tour Grand Final. So sit tight.